Hello, guys. My name is Paulina. Welcome to Florida channel. And today we're going to talk about GA4 reporting reports. So as soon as you created GA4 property, you implemented tracking code, you started collected data. What's next? Where to see this data? How to analyze? How to use these predefined reports? I will try to explain you in this video. So first of all, you'll see data in your reports when you add analytics to your website or app. Some reports are predefined, some reports already created in this property, but some of them you will have to configure by yourself if you would like to. So let's start from this homepage where you can see just users, new users, average engagement time, total revenue. So it's like main KPIs on your website, on your page that can be analyzed right from this page. Yes, and you can see users in the last 30 minutes. So let's say it's like a real-time report on the homepage. And then if you're gonna go to report, you can see here report snapshot. You can see real-time reports separately where you can see users. You can see users by first user source, by audience. So divided by some specific condition like event count, views, what they are doing exactly at this moment on the page in a time frame of 30 minutes. Then you can see acquisition reports here, which provides you information about where traffic came from to your website. So, for example, if we're going to go to acquisition overview, you can see here, of course, users, but as well, if you're going to scroll down, you can see that, for example, my users, it's me on my website, came from organic search. Yes, so without using any, for example, advertising options or, I don't know, transfer options, redirect from another website. Yes, it's going to be another channel for our page. As soon as you, for example, get to know where your traffic came from, you can go to engagement. Engagement reports lets you measure user engagement by the events and conversion events that user triggers on your web page. So, for example, you can do what exactly people are doing on your website. So, how many sessions were engaged on the website? So, how many sessions really were triggering some actions on the website? You can see how many events they did, how many views they did, and so on. What kind of events? So, exactly their journey of action on your website. If you're going to go to monetization reports, they enable you to see the revenue you generate from items if you added the variable on the website code. I mean, so this information will be collected as soon as you have this information tagged. So if you're going to go to monetization overview, e-commerce purchases, if you have e-commerce platform, here you're going to see the total revenue, e-commerce revenue, and total ad revenue on your website. What means total ad revenue? Means that this is the revenue from advertising channel. Yeah, so as soon as you linked account to Google Ads, you can see some data, how much money you earned from advertising. And then if you're gonna go to retention, this kind of reports helps you understand how frequently and for how long users engage with your website or mobile app, depends what you're using as a platform. So you can see here new users, returning users. You can see user retention, so it's going to be a percentage of new users cohort on charted date who return each day. Yeah, so if people are being a constant user and client of your company, you're going to see it here and what lifetime value they brought to your company. Okay, as soon as we discussed here the basic life cycle reports like acquisition, engagement, monetization, and retention, you can see here that we have demographics and tag report. These kind of reports we call user collection, which is gonna help you understand the people who use your website and app. Yeah, so where they came from, like as a country, uh, what age they are, what devices they use, what interests they have, and so on. Yes. So for example, if you're gonna click on demographics overview and you're gonna have enough data for that, you're gonna see countries that people entered your website from. In the last minute, you can see the gender, their interests, age, of course, language they use in their browser by default, and so on. So some information about your users activity, yeah, your audience. If you're gonna go to tags, it shows you traffic by the technology your audience use. So it's gonna be, I don't know why it's okay. Yeah, it's going to be tag overview or tag details, which means it's going to show you what platform, what browsers they use to enter your website. Yeah, so for example, I used as the only one client of my, the only one user of my website, I used Windows. Yeah, and you can see that I use it from desktop and so on. So you can see that I use it from Chrome browser, what kind of screen resolution. So for example, if you would like to adapt your website, you can have this information here and it's collected by default automatically. Yeah, so what app version they used and what device model they had. So for example, in some of the reports, you're gonna able to see if they used laptop, if they used mobile version, or they used tablet version. So this is, as I mentioned already, predefined reports that you're gonna have every time you create a GA4 property. Here, if you would like to know what is Explore and advertising, in Explore, you're able to create some kind of templates with some kind of custom conditions, custom dimensions. If it's not enough for you, what predefined reports from GA4 gives to you, you are able to create your new exploration. Or use, for example, template gallery. You can see it here, and what kind of reports you would like to use, you can choose here. As well, if you would like to know what is the profit and to see the conversion path, the comparison from your channels, you can use it here. So this advertising snapshot gives you information how to gives you information to compare what kind of channel you're gonna use. Yeah. So what channel brings you better experience of users? What channels brings you more revenue, and so on. So this is that. And this configure we already touched in the previous video. In here you are able to create new events, you are able to configure audiences. So it gives you some information about data that has been collected from your website, but it's more about configuration. As you can see, this tab calls configure. So that's why here you're not supposed to see data, but if you would like, you are able. So you can see conversions, events, audiences. You can set up custom definitions, but it's more expected to for you to view your reports, to view your data from the reports tab. Of course, I would like to mention debug view. In this tab, sub tab, you are able to preview your events to see and to track them. To see if they are working. It's some kind of preview mode in GTM where you can click some event on your website and see if it's firing. If you would like to learn more, you can click here. You will land to Google article and you can deep dive in this topic. So as soon as we discussed every sub tab and tab of the Google analytics for property, I hope it was clear. I hope I made it clear to you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in their comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next videos. Have a good one. Bye.